Right, time now for Joy News Interactive, and Miss G is back.
I'm back here again, standing, and your views, comments, and suggestions up in a bit on the most interactive segment on Joy News Prime. Stand by with all your gadgets and join the conversation on Facebook.com/Joy News on TV, on Twitter.com @JoyNewsOnTV, and on WhatsApp, the number is 0560 800,000. The Company of Ghana says it has resolved all issues identified with its new billing software, blamed for the widespread of overbilling of customers. Remember, they were given an ultimatum by the PULC to suspend its usage. Yeah. They released a video stating a full apology for the immense inconveniences caused. But do we need that now? Let's see what you've been saying.
When it comes to money issues, we don't joke about it. So you can't tell me I paid this and I'm paying more than that, and now you come and tell me it's a mistake. No, we don't deal with such things. You know, Ghana is very hard to earn money. So things involving money, you have to be very careful not to make any mistake.
Apologizing for overbilling of the people of this country is not enough. I think he has to wake up. They should work hard and make sure that they serve the good people of this country better. Electricity has become a bigger issue in this country. And for somebody to sit somewhere and say that he has just apologized, I think it's not enough.
Tell him he's not doing a good job. I mean, me per se, I'm not really happy because I don't know the number of appliances I have in the house. I mean, buying 100 cedis every week is too much.
Well, as a Ghanaian, I don't really believe him because it's the same thing that goes on all the time. But as a citizen of this country, I think we have to give him that respect and see if he could do something about it. But I don't really believe they can do something about it. And if it's a software issue, it shouldn't be anything that would take that long. It should be corrected. If it's a hardware issue, fine. But if it's a software issue, it should be something spontaneous. So I don't really believe this thing is going to stop now.
All right, Israel, I throw the question to you as well. Do you think that they should apologize, and do we need that now?
Well, I don't think an apology is really going to solve any problem. The most important thing is that people are expecting that whatever complaints that they have raised would be addressed. And the ECG is saying that by the end of this month, they would be addressed.
Okay.
What people are actually asking for is that there will be refunds. And that's something too that the PRC has talked about. So if the PRC, the ECG is going to refund whatever overbilling is taking place, then customers will be I'm sure they will be happy about it. Probably they would also be happy if they added some interest. They refunded with some interest.
Anyway, what are people saying on Facebook, Israel?
Okay, I'm trying to pull that one up. If we had WhatsApp chats, we could have taken the WhatsApp chats though, because I'm unable to locate exactly where that story is. Wow. All right, Mr. Director, do you know exactly where it is? Okay, let's probably would have to go on to Twitter and see. Okay, but let's, so essentially, yeah, we can move on to the next story.
Okay, so let's move on to the next story. And President John Dramani Mahama is trending again. This time is because he was spotted riding a fast bike, a Kawasaki Z1000 to be precise. Apparently, the president rode to the Kolebu Lagoon estuary and also Onyasia stream to see at first hand the aftermath of the flood. For those of you who missed the ride, here's a brief for you.
President John Dramani Mahama. Over the weekend, he was seen riding a motorbike. Apparently, he was on a mission to check the aftermath of Accra floods. So, do you think this is a populist move by President John Mahama, or it was unnecessary?
All right. So, do you think the president's ride was necessary and as such should not have warranted the tongue wagging?
If the president wants to ride a motorcycle, he can ride a motorcycle. Just because he's a president doesn't mean that he has to stop his life from being any more normal than anyone else.
I don't really see anything about it because I don't really trust my president, because I see that these Ghanaian presidents and ministers are full of corruption. So we Ghanaians over here, maybe I would say it's because of the election, so he's trying to do something to make like make sure that we are proud of him or something, but I don't see him doing anything for Ghanaians.
It's not very bad that way. It's like we can say he's doing an exercise because he's an ordinary and he knows how to use the motorbike all right. And just like he know how he live in Accra and he know Accra life, so he can use the motor and check what is going down on the system.
He's trying to play a fast one. I don't have any problem with that, but being an election year, you know, his name is down. He needs something for the people of Ghana to feel he's part of us. I think that's why he went about riding a motorbike. But I don't really have any problem with that.
Roughly, I'm not seeing it wrong because president is working. It can use his salary to buy the motorbike, and it's normal.
Right, so, well, yeah. So this one, yeah, we have on Facebook, and I'll take you through it. Kakra Solomon says, Accra is so flooded, the president can't go around with his car, but on motorbike. There is serious failure on the part of the president of the people of Ghana. Looking at the number of people who lost their lives due to the same flood last year, and same time this year, there is a serious flood to the extent that the president had to go around with a motorbike. All right, so he had to go around with a motorbike because he couldn't do that with a car. He felt that he could dash through the city and get to see quickly and get to see what's happening for himself. Fatah says, well, he must have had his reason for riding on a bike. Come to think of it, is it news when the president goes riding on a motorbike? I guess one does not have to wait for the president in church, but simply waits at his usual bike route. Yes, it's news if the president rides a bike himself. So yes, Fatah, it's news. And then Jay says, riding bike fix a flooding problem. Where are the people you employed to do such work? What impression do you want to create? Masa, do that to please your blind followers. Papa Abekan says, well, you all have your views, which I respect them, but for me it's cool. After all work and no play makes Jack Air. Besides, he can't solve all our problems, and no president can. They are all the same. And Al Bayan says, President Mahama must be serious at the time Ghanaians are suffering. Agbanyega says, we beg President, we need you alive to flog Nana come November. Stop riding moto. Amza says, cruises. Take a second look at the word, please. And Davo Aram says, okay. Carl says, tell him to get a cannon. So we haven't been able to give details of the June 3rd disaster. And as at now, the cause of our beloved former President Mills's death, I have no problem with him riding bike, but important state must be addressed. Oh, Mother Ghana. And Elom says, the bike is not Ducati, it's Kawasaki Z1000 Sugomi edition. And why should even be news, but yes, Elom, it's news if the president himself gets onto a bike and rides through town. Anyway,
Kwekubi Abrantia is not amused at all. He says anyone who lived in the north should be able to ride motorbike, and even women. So, Mr. President, excuse me. That's what he says. And he can even push a truck. We don't care. And it's coming from Kweku in Bebieni. But wait, he rode a bike without a number. Where is the police? Prosper from Temali is asking that. And President Mahama is really a versatile leader. This is not a man who sleeps at the least blow of the wind. The ride was overly necessary. And for those making noise that that's their beef, John Mahama is the man. When people are being remembered for dying in the flood, someone was on a fundraising spree. Those who feel they are boxers can also take on Bukom Banku. And it's coming from Berima Kubaji in Jini. And let's do some more messages here. The president should learn how to ride the Aboboyatu. Mahama pa, he says, and that's coming from Shiftman Atunsu. And I once I want, what did you say? I want music to ride a bike. I don't know how to ride a bike. Let's see. Okay, so look at the way he's set off and the black car he was approaching. Thank God he didn't crash. Shaibu from West Legon sends this one as well. And he can, okay, I've read this one. I don't want to see anything wrong with that. And it's from Agbe in Dambai. And also, let's see whether we have some more to read. It's all about poor government. Riding of a motorbike wouldn't solve Ghanaians' problem. Aiden in Babiasi SHS sends this one as well. And Castro in Pusiga says, I don't have a problem with him riding the bike, but he's speeding. And that's the problem. You pay toll. Okay, you pay toll and few meters after you drive through muddy water. Only in Ghana, I suggest drivers who ply the Kaswa Accra Road should one day refuse to pay the toll at the booth, and the authorities will sit up. Annoying Williams, and I'm sure he has nothing to do with what we've discussed today. Lastly, there's nothing wrong with it. He cares for his people. Louise in Boko sends that one. All right, let's go to some more stories. This is the trending video that features a very popular prophet in Accra. Here's him preach about making fishers of men. And that's Kum Chacha for you. Israel, I'll make you fishers of what?
Fish of woman beings.
Fish of woman beings, eh? Anyway, it reminds me of one that we used to hear, Apriku, my daughter.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sure you heard that one, you know.
One too.
Anyway, so let's see what people are saying. Do you have people commenting on Facebook? Okay, so I can't stop laughing from Martina, and he looks good. Okay, this is still talking about riding, and who else is saying something? Okay. Kum Chacha for you. That's what this one says. And before we wrap up, let's see. Okay, these are all messages about ECG and the other people, but it's cool. He's just okay. So I can't stop laughing. Martina sends that one again. All right. So.
All right. Thank you very much, Ms. G, for joining us, for joining this interaction. But I'd like to leave our viewers with this. Here's the response from the Zimbabwean High Commissioner to the many quotes that have been attributed to Mugabe. You know, all the Mugabe quotes keep on coming up.
Exactly.
So Mugabe said this, he said that, he said that. I'm sure the latest one is going to say that even though President Mahama has, President Mahama rode a bike, it's still better to own a canoe in Accra.
In Accra, yeah, that's true.
Use that to check floods. All right, but that's it for the bulletin. Thank you very much for watching. My name is Israel. I am Ms. G. Joined me to do Joy News Interactive. You have a good night.
This is Joy News.